Right now, someone is trying to decide your next move. They might not be in the room with you. They might not even know they're doing it. But their voice is in your head. Their judgment is shaping your choices. Their approval is the invisible leash around your throat. And the worst part? You're letting them. This isn't about enemies. This isn't about people who obviously hate you. This is about the quiet controllers. The ones who hold you back with a raised eyebrow. The ones who break you with a single question. The ones who stop you with nothing more than their silence. They don't need weapons. They don't need force. They have something more powerful. They have your permission. You gave it to them without realizing it. Maybe years ago. Maybe this morning. Every time you hesitated before speaking your truth. Every time you edited your dreams to fit their comfort. Every time you asked yourself, what will they think? You handed over a piece of your power, and they took it. Not because they're evil, but because you made yourself controllable. Here's what nobody tells you. The people who seem unbreakable, the ones who move through life like they're made of stone, they didn't start that way. They learned something dark, something most people are too afraid to accept. They learned that seeking approval is the fastest way to become a slave. They learned that the moment you need someone's permission to pursue your ambitions, you've already lost. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this 500 years ago. In the blood-soaked streets of Renaissance Italy, he watched princes rise and fall. He saw men with armies collapse because they cared too much what others thought. He saw men with nothing become kings because they stopped asking permission, and he wrote it all down, not to make you cruel, but to make you free. Machiavelli said this: the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. What does that mean for you? It means you need to see the game being played. The trap isn't always obvious. Sometimes the trap is kindness. Sometimes the trap is family. Sometimes the trap is the person who says they love you while slowly convincing you that your dreams are too big. Let me tell you about Marcus. He's not famous. He's not in history books. He's just a guy from Ohio who almost lost everything because he couldn't see the trap. Marcus started a business with his best friend from college. They were going to build something together. Change their lives. The first year was fire. They worked 18-hour days. They believed in the vision. But something started happening around month 14. His partner started asking questions, not supportive questions. Poisonous questions disguised as concern. Are you sure we should expand right now? Don't you think we're moving too fast? What if we fail? Every single meeting, more doubt, more hesitation, more let's wait and see. And Marcus, because he valued the friendship, because he didn't want conflict, he started listening. He started second-guessing himself. He started shrinking his vision to match his partner's fear. 6 months later, Marcus realized what was happening. His partner wasn't protecting the business. He was protecting himself from the terror of success because success meant change. Success meant risk. Success meant they couldn't stay comfortable. And rather than face his own fear, the partner tried to inject that fear into Marcus. He was holding Marcus back by making him believe the hesitation was wisdom. Marcus had a choice. He could keep seeking his partner's approval, keep waiting for permission to pursue the vision they'd agreed on. Or he could do what Machiavelli would do. He bought out his partner. It wasn't pretty. The friendship ended, but the business tripled in the next year because Marcus stopped letting someone else's fear become his ceiling. That's the first lesson. Nobody can hold you back unless you give them the authority to do so. You think you need their blessing, you think you need their support, but what you actually need is to recognize that their opinion is just noise. Their doubt is their problem. Their fear is not your responsibility to manage. But here's where it gets deeper. Here's where Machiavelli's darkness becomes your light. It's not enough to just ignore people. That's what weak men do. They run away. They avoid conflict. They pretend they don't care while secretly checking for approval every 5 minutes. That's not power. That's cowardice with a mask on. Real power is understanding the game so well that you can play it without being played. Machiavelli taught that you must appear flexible while remaining internally unmoved. You must seem like you're listening while knowing exactly what you're going to do. You must let people believe they have influence over you while you hold all the cards. This is emotional independence, not isolation, not cruelty, independence. You can love someone and still refuse to let them control you. You can respect someone and still pursue your path when they disagree. You can be kind and still be unmovable. The weak think these things are contradictions. The strong know their requirements. Think about the people in your life who seem to have this quiet power. The ones who never argue but somehow always get their way. The ones who listen to everyone's opinion and then do exactly what they planned from the beginning. They're not being manipulative. They're being sovereign. They've internalized a truth that most people spend their whole lives running from. Other people's emotions are not your emergency. Your father thinks you're wasting your time. That's his fear talking. Your girlfriend thinks you're obsessed with your goals. That's her insecurity talking. Your friends think you've changed. That's their discomfort with their own stagnation talking. None of it is about you. All of it is about them. And the moment you truly understand that, you become unbreakable. But Machiavelli goes even further. He teaches something that makes most people uncomfortable. He teaches that strategic silence is more powerful than any argument. When someone is trying to control you, trying to break you down, trying to stop you, your instinct is to defend yourself, to explain, to justify, to prove them wrong. That's exactly what they want. Because the moment you're explaining yourself, you're giving them power. Here's what they don't expect. Silence. Not the cold shoulder, not passive aggression. Just calm, unbothered silence. When you stop defending, stop explaining, stop seeking their understanding, something shifts. They lose their grip. Because control requires participation, manipulation requires reaction, and when you give them nothing, they're left holding their own poison. I watched this happen at a corporate job once. There was a manager, let's call him Eric, who ruled through intimidation. He'd call people into his office and break them down, question their competence, make them feel small, and everyone would scramble to prove themselves. Everyone except one guy. When Eric tried his usual tactics, this guy just sat there nodding occasionally. No emotion, no defense, just presence. Eric escalated. Got louder, more aggressive. Nothing. The guy just waited for him to finish, said, "Is that everything?" and left. Within 3 months, Eric had no power over him because power is an illusion that requires belief. And this guy stopped believing. That's the third lesson. Your silence is not weakness. It's refusal to play a rigged game. When you stop feeding the beast starves. When you stop giving people the emotional reaction they're fishing for, they lose interest. Not because you're cold, but because you've become unprofitable to manipulate. Now here's where this all comes together. Here's the mental training. Because knowing this intellectually means nothing. You have to internalize it. You have to practice it until it becomes your default operating system. Step 1. Identify who currently holds invisible power over you. Write down 3 names. The people whose opinions you check before making moves. The people whose approval you crave. The people whose disappointment you fear. Write them down. Look at them. These are your controllers. Step 2. Practice strategic detachment for the next 30 days. Every time one of these people tries to influence a decision you've already made, notice it. Don't fight it. Don't argue. Just notice. Oh, there's mom trying to make me feel guilty about my career choice. Interesting. Observation without reaction is the beginning of freedom. Step 3. Rebuild your frame. Every morning before you check your phone, before you enter the world's chaos, remind yourself of this truth. I am the authority in my life, not seeking permission, not waiting for approval, not controllable, just moving, just building, just becoming. This isn't about becoming heartless. This isn't about cutting everyone off and living like a lone wolf. That's not strength. That's trauma with a philosophy degree. Real strength is loving people while refusing to let them limit you. Real power is staying connected while remaining sovereign. Real freedom is building your life on your own terms while the world screams for you to conform. Machiavelli wasn't teaching ruthlessness for its own sake. He was teaching survival in a world that will absolutely destroy you if you're weak. He was teaching that nice guys don't finish last because they're nice. They finish last because they're controllable. They finish last because they value harmony over truth. They finish last because they're more afraid of conflict than they are of wasting their one life seeking approval from people who will forget them the moment they're gone. You want to know who can't hold you back? Someone you've stopped giving power to. You want to know who can't break you? Someone whose opinion no longer defines your worth. You want to know who can't stop you? Everyone. Once you realize that the only prison that exists is the one you're maintaining with your need for permission. This is your life. Not a rehearsal. Not a draft. The real thing. And every day you spend checking if it's okay to pursue your dreams, if it's acceptable to want more, if it's allowed to become who you're meant to be, is a day you're choosing the cage. Machiavelli's lessons aren't dark because they're evil. They're dark because they force you to see what you've been avoiding, that you've been complicit in your own limitation, that the people holding you back only have the power you keep giving them. That freedom isn't something you find, it's something you take. So here's my question for you. Not rhetorical. Real. What's one relationship or opinion that's been holding you back? What's the invisible chain you've been pretending isn't there? Drop it in the comments. Not for me. For you. Because naming it is the first step to breaking it. And if this hit you differently than you expected, if you felt something shift while listening, do me a favor, hit that like button, not for the algorithm, but as a commitment to yourself that you're done being controllable. Subscribe if you want more of this, because we're going deeper into the psychology most people are too comfortable to explore. Nobody's coming to give you permission to live fully. Nobody's coming to validate your ambitions. Nobody's coming to make you unbreakable. That work is yours. And it starts the moment you stop waiting. This is Dark Psyche, where silence becomes strength.